What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Harry the Horse Barbecue, and today we're making some crispy skin pork jowls. That's right, we're gonna rub down and smoke off some skin on pork jowls, cover the skin in salt and build up some beautiful smoke flavor, throw it in a really hot oven to crisp up that skin, and we'll be left with some crispy, fatty pork jowls at the end of the day. Is this better than crispy skin pork belly? We're gonna find out. Let's get it.
Harry the Horse Barbecue.
Pork jowls are like the beef cheeks of the pig. They are cut from the cheeks of the pig and they are notoriously fatty, juicy, and super succulent. Now, one video that has kind of gained a little bit of popularity on my channel is when I made pork jowl bacon. If you haven't seen that old video on Harry the Horse Barbecue, go check that one out. Now, I wanted to run back the pork jowl because it's such an underrated cut from the pig. And I thought to myself, if I could get some crispy skin on some pork jowls, could it actually be better than crispy skin pork belly? Well, in order to make this crispy skin pork jowl, we gotta go shopping for some pork jowls. Let's go. Pork jowls. Now I picked up these two pork jowls from my guys over at Marbled Meat Shop. Going to the local butcher allows me to ask for some really creative and unique cuts to try out on the channel. Now you may be saying to yourself, Mr. Horse, where's the packaging? What did you do to these pork jowls? Well, 2 nights ago I pulled these out of the cryovac, threw them on this rack, and let them air dry in the fridge to really dry out that skin. And just take a looky-loo at this skin. So enough horsing around, let's get these pork jowls onto the rack. Now, just like I did in my crispy skin pork belly video, we're gonna season the underside of these jowls because we have an opportunity to add some amazing flavor to the actual meat portion of the jowl. So let's give it a flip. So we're just gonna hit these with this homemade rub. Now this is the same rub that's left over from my barbecue crown video. If you haven't seen that one, go check that one out. But this is pretty much some salt, 16 mesh black pepper, some garlic, some onion. It's got a little bit of Malcolm Reed's The Barbecue Rub seasoning for a little extra color. Bit of flavor on the underside, and add a bunch of table salt to the top side during the cook. Essentially what we should have is some fatty, juicy, crispy skin pork jowl at the end of the day. Sweet, these jowls are all seasoned up and they're ready for the cooker. So let's go fire up the cooker. At a snake nest, so I gotta use these fake nests. Let them get hot. Okay, all right, y'all, cooker is at a little over 200 degrees. We're gonna start these pork jowls at about 225 degrees to help them build up some smoke flavor over time. And then once they're looking smoky, we'll move them to the oven to get that crispy skin. But enough horsing around, let's go grab them jowls and get them on the cooker. Let's go. Crispy skin pork jowls, let's get them on. Up and under. Okay, we're gonna go on the top rack today. 1 and 2. Let's hit them with some salt. And just like we would with any crispy skin pork belly, we're gonna go heavy with the table salt to protect that skin during the cook. I know it's April, but it literally snowed the other day, so a snow blanket is appropriate for these jowls. All right, these pork jowls are sitting real pretty on the top rack, and I chose the top rack so that these pork jowls can be exposed to a ton of smoke flavor and get some beautiful color on the underside of the jowl. No water pan in this cook, but I do have the damper to the smokestack about 1/4 of the way closed, and our fire is rocking temps at about 225 degrees or so. I'll bring you back when they're looking smoky and when we're ready to throw them in the oven. But until then, let's close it down. Boom, shakalaka. It seems that this crispy skin pork jowl has only been done by very few. Few rhymes with blue. What's that? You see a blue? Where? There's our blue. Something's gotta wash that crispy skin down. Might as well be a crisp cold Canadian Pilsner. Let's check that jowl. All right, y'all, we're about 3.5 hours in on this pork jowl cook. They've been rocking in that smoke. Let's see what they're looking like. Oops, Well, after trying to pull the rack out, I knocked all the salt off, so we might as well go ahead and just do that. That skin is looking just how we want it. But anywho, look at that beautiful color underneath. That fat stack's doing work. Ooh, smelling good, nice and smoky. But same deal with our other jowl, and it's burning me severely. Owie. Let's see if we can get an internal. Right in the 170s, which is great. About 188. So I think these jowls got plenty of smoke. All right, we're gonna move these jowls to a 375-degree oven. Let's get after that crispy skin. These jowls are bubbly, crispy, and ready for us to crunch on in. But before we do, just take a look at that bubbly skin. Whew, it's smelling like some chicharron. I will say these are smelling insanely good. Skin got a little dark on this one. And I have to tell y'all that it's been a couple days since I cooked these pork jowls, but threw them in the toaster oven to warm them back up after they got this beautifully crispy skin. I mean, take a listen. It's like jingle bells. All right, let's flip these over and dive on into these. Pork jowls are notoriously fatty, but I'm gonna cube these up just like you would a crispy skin belly. OMGzy. Just take a looky-loo at that. If you can't find skin on belly, or if you want an alternative to crispy skin pork belly, something cheaper, a little bit smaller, cooks a little faster, I'm telling you, this pork jowl is the way to go. Such an underutilized cut. Let's check this out. Oh, I'm drooling over this. Oh my God, that is unreal. I'm blown away. Oh my goodness. I mean, some of these pieces, the fat is completely rendered out and it's literally just like pork crackling. Yeah, some of these thinner bits, not much meat on them, but man, that's like a potato chip. But guys like this one, super meaty, crispy, fatty. Oh man, the fat level is insane. Oh, these crispy skin pork jowls were in the oven for a good 2 to 3 hours or so to really help render all that fat. Not a lot of meat on these, but they are not horsing around. You gotta add this to your barbecue arsenal. These crispy skin pork jowls are so good, I just can't stop. Hello, pork jowl. Just listen to this. Most of these are just like fat and skin. It's like ridiculous. This would be great to cook like this, chop them up, add to like a whole hog sandwich or a pulled pork sandwich. If you've got a local butcher and you want to try pork jowls out, I highly recommend this crispy skin method. If you smoke these regularly, like you would a smoked pork belly, you're gonna have a very fatty end product that's smoky, probably got a nice bark on it, but you're missing that textural contrast with the skin, and that crunch really breaks up how fatty these are. Hold your horses. This pork jowl crisp is endless. Oh yeah. Wow, that's a good bite. Salty, crispy. How many times can I say crispy in a video? Let's hope we don't make a mess. Some of these bites just make you want to go, ooh-wee. All right, one more crunch for good measure. These pork jowls need a blue. Yeah, that's the stuff. Now, if you haven't seen my crispy skin pork belly video, I highly recommend checking that one out because I pair that crispy skin pork belly with an amazing homemade pico de gallo, and that would pair perfectly with these pork jowls as well. I've put way too many jowls in my jowls, so I'm gonna have to go sleep this off and dream of some porky lyrics. Here we go. Whoa, I'm feeling full of jowls in this dream. Cool. Pork jowl, crispy skin, although this cut is kinda thin. It got my stomach rumbling, you know I'm making this again. Fat is dripping down my chin, you know that will not stop my grin. Skin forever shattering, now let the food come up again. You know this pork, yeah, it hit. We threw it onto the pit. It was so good, I'll admit. The crispy skin, it won't quit. Better than pork belly, I don't know, but it's legit. Hit that sub button, yeah, so we can all benefit. Thank you all for tuning in to Harry the Horse Barbecue. I really appreciate you checking out this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Every subscription really helps me out. You know we got that crispy skin on the outside of these jowls. So go ahead and leave a like on this video. Leave a comment down below if you've tried pork jowl before, and let me know what else I should apply this crispy skin method to. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you get notified every time we're posting new content. And you can follow me on Instagram at Harry the Horse BBQ. Tag me so I can see what y'all are cooking because it really inspires me to get outside and cook. And with that being said, there's only one more thing, y'all. This one is going straight to the horse's mouth. We'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace!